Monsanto takes this variety created by all of the farmers together and takes it and adds a genetically modified trait to it, and then claims that it owns this variety because now they have a trait attached to it that's genetically engineered. That's piracy. That's stealing.
Thanks for joining us. U.S. lawmakers have grilled top officials from the Obama administration on Iran's nuclear deal. The Secretary of State John Kerry defended the agreement as the only viable option to a peaceful solution. But even though the pact took more than 2 weeks of talks in Vienna to finalize, many in Congress remain unconvinced.
I do fault the president for striking a terrible deal with Iran.
To be able to walk away from this and say that this is a good deal is ludicrous. With all due respect, you guys have been bamboozled.
Their ability to continue research and development on the IR-2Bs, the IR-4s, the IR-6s, the IR-8s, and in year 8, they can industrialize that.
The deal enshrines for Iran and, in fact, commits the international community to assisting Iran in developing an industrial-scale nuclear power program complete with industrial-scale enrichment. I think it fails to appreciate Iran's history of deception.
It appears many lawmakers are not alone, as New York voiced its opposition as well. Organizers of a rally in Times Square claim up to 10,000 attended, pushing for lawmakers to reject any deal.
We're here as Americans to speak with one voice to say, stop Iran now, reject this deal, and let's speak loud enough that they hear us in Washington right now.
Well, meantime, President Barack Obama took to the TV to promote the Iranian nuclear deal.
With respect to Iran, look, this is an adversary. They are anti-American, anti-Israel, anti-Semitic. They sponsor terrorist organizations like Hezbollah.
Sounds like a good partner for peace.
Probably. Well, as has been said frequently, you don't make peace with your friends.
Right.
So the issue here is, do we want them having a nuclear weapon? Right. And the answer is no.
Well, any lawmakers itching to kill the deal look set to be disappointed. The president says he will use his veto if they do. Congress would then need a 2/3 majority of no votes to override that veto. Gareth Porter, a journalist and expert on U.S. security policies, thinks even if the deal is passed, there's no guarantee that the relationship between Washington and Tehran will improve.
The Obama administration is in agreement with its critics on the right about the fact that Iran wants to get nuclear weapons.
But I got news for you. Pushing back against an Iran with a nuclear weapon is very different from pushing back against an Iran without one.
The only difference between the two sides is that the Obama administration says this deal will prevent them from getting nuclear weapons. The Republicans and the Israeli lobby in Washington are saying, no, it won't do that. I think it's a tragedy that the Obama administration is essentially taking on the main argument of the people who are against this deal. And I'm not sure it's going to be to their advantage.
It's RT International. Greek workers gathered outside the Parliament building in Athens this week in another bid to stop lawmakers from signing a harmful deal with European creditors. Just meters from where the demonstration took place, Greek MPs overwhelmingly approved new reforms from the creditors' list of demands. The measures will allow talks over a third bailout, now scheduled to take place next week. We spoke to global financial market expert Patrick Young. He thinks the creditors' shock therapy will only leave the Greeks in more pain.
The Greeks are going through stage 2 of crafting this wonderfully perfect noose that's going to strangle the entire nation because it's all about a stupid political project that is based on sand. What the actual result will be will appear like austerity. Yes, the Greek government is going to have to keep cutting back. The Greek government is going to have to increase taxes, even though it can't get them collected. And ultimately, where are we going to end up? In a few weeks, a few months, or a few years, this bailout will be exactly like all the bailouts before. It will not be possible to implement. And at that stage in time, the only progress we'll have made is we will have beggared more poor Greek citizens. That is the politics of the insane. Welcome to the euro.
In fact, while it is still unclear whether the €86 billion bailout will go ahead, some reform proposals have already been implemented, such as massive tax hikes. We spoke to Greeks to find out whether the changes have affected their everyday lives.
Όχι, αλλά πληρώνουμε τα λάθη των κυβερνώντων.
Έχουμε πληρώσει τόσα πολλά όλα αυτά τα χρόνια που δεν έχουμε πια να πληρώσουμε. Και την καλή θέληση να έχουμε να πληρώσουμε δεν έχουμε.
Τι θα κάνετε με τις αυξημένες?
Πήγα στο άλλο σούπερ μάρκετ γιατί ήρθα εδώ και αυτό είναι πιο φθηνό εκεί. Ένα πράγμα.
Εντάξει, ένα μέρος φταίμε λίγο γιατί κάναμε σπατάλες από τότε που μπήκαμε στο ευρώ, δεν καταλαβαίναμε την αξία τους. Αλλά εντάξει, φταίμε λίγο, όχι όμως τα μεγάλα κεφάλια φταίμε.